right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Powerlifting Australia National Championships 2018 here at the Melbourne Fitness Show. We are just 3 minutes away from lifting. We could have all our officials, spotters and loaders to the platform, please.
Try it.
It's like 90s rock anthems or something?
I think it's 90s gym or something like that.
All right, we are just about ready to kick off lifting in just over 1 minute time. I'd like to introduce our referees today. In the chief referee seat at the front, Greta Schumacher. Over on our right, Vicky O'Brien, and on the left, Billy Asprey. Welcome to our spotters and loaders also. First time spotter on the platform, Joey. It's great to see him out there.
Where's the timer gone?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off the proceedings today, Rebecca Chambers coming out to a 132.5 kilograms squat. And the bar is loaded for Rebecca. Been given the rack signal from the chief referee, and the decision is good, and 3 white lights. Great start to the day, moving up 5 kilograms now, 137.5 going on the bar for Stephanie Lara. These girls coming out competing in the 72 kilogram weight class today, which means they are under 72 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Stephanie at 137.5. Looks like a nice, easy opening attempt, and it's a good lift and 3 white lights. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us, this is the Powerlifting Australia National Championships. We are at the Melbourne Fitness Show. Today we are showcasing Australia's best lifters on the platform. Next lifter out to the platform is Bree at 147.5 kilograms. A big opening attempt for Bree. And the bar is loaded. And the bar is back in the rack, and it is 3 white lights and a good attempt on her opening there. Jumping up 10 kilograms now, and the heaviest squat we've seen so far in the 72 kilogram class, 157.5 kilograms. This is a huge opening attempt. Selina Wilkie. And the bar is loaded now for Selina, opening on a more than double body weight squat. It looked good from where I'm standing, and it is good, and 3 white lights from the referees. If you are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Powerlifting Australia National Championships, where lifters compete in the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. Starting with the squat today. Moving now into our men's weight classes in the 77 kilogram class, and Sean Rendell, 195 kilogram opener. And the bar is loaded for Sean. Being given the rack command, and it is 2 white lights. Majority rules here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have 3 referees on the platform. 2 white lights is good for a good lift. Might have just been a depth call on the far side there from Vicky O'Brien. By depth we mean the crease of the hip must go below the top surface of the knee, ladies and gentlemen, for a squat to qualify. Next up to the platform at 225 kilograms is Kyle Raggio, and the bar is loaded.
Selina Wilkie's second squat is a junior national record, 2.5 kilos over her load.
Certainly no question in depth on that squat. 3 white lights, it's a good lift. Final lifter in this group, coming out to a massive 250 kilogram opening attempt. Jason Clarke here in the 94 kilogram class. And the bar is loaded for Jason Clarke at 250. Quarter of a ton, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice looking squat, and no doubt 3 white lights there. Good squat for Jason on his first attempt. We will now be rolling back around to the start of the group, moving into round number 2 for our squats. Back to Rebecca Chambers, and 142.5 kilograms will be loaded onto the bar. You are watching the Powerlifting National Championships, ladies and gentlemen. Our lifters are competing in 3 disciplines, the squat, the bench press and the deadlift. And we're starting with the squat today. And the bar is loaded for Rebecca Chambers, 142.5, jumping 10 kilograms for her opening attempt. There's a nice fight through the middle there, and it is 3 white lights. She's got a good lift there on her second attempt. Bar jumping up now to 147. Stephanie also taking a 10 kilogram jump to her second squat here today. Followed by Bree, and then Selina. $147.5 is now on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Stephanie Lara. Nice smooth looking squat there, and it is 3 white lights from the referees. Great looking squat. Moving on now to Bree, 155 kilograms going on the bar. All of these females now are squatting more than twice body weight. $155 kilograms on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Bree. Second squat attempt. Lifters do receive 3 attempts to get the biggest squat they can.
She's not chipping it. Sorry? She's not chipping it. Why would you chip anymore?
Unfortunately, just not being able to stand up with that one. Thank you to the spotters and loaders there. Keeping our lifters safe on the day. Lifts don't always go to plan, unfortunately, missing the 155. Next up, we do have Selina Wilkie. 165 kilograms going on the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a junior national record attempt, and it's 2.5 kilograms above her own record in the junior class. We are competing in the Open National Championships here, but this is a junior national record attempt, and the bar is loaded for Selina Wilkie at 165 kilograms. It was a great fight. The referee's decision is good. It's 3 white lights and it's a new junior national record. Just extending by 2.5 on her own record there. See what she can come out with on the third. See if she can extend it even further. Next up to the bar, Sean Rendell, 205 kilograms for his second squat attempt of the day. Successfully completing 195 in his opening, and the bar is loaded now for Sean. Smooth squat. It is 2 white lights once again, just getting done for depth on the right side by Vicky O'Brien. If you're unaware, ladies and gentlemen, depth, the hip crease at the top of the thigh must go below the top of the knee, and the key word being below there. One referee on the platform seeing that maybe didn't quite make it, but 2 referees giving white lights is a good lift regardless. 235 kilograms is now going on the bar for Kyle, and the bar is loaded. Unfortunately, not getting there this time. Unable to stand up. 235. He does have another attempt, ladies and gentlemen. We do get 3 attempts to get the biggest lift possible. These athletes are pushing the limit today. This is a national championships. They can't leave anything on the platform. 265, up 15 kilograms from his opening attempt. Jason Clarke coming out to 265 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Jason. Squat number 2. Once again, very nice looking squat from Jason. It's 3 white lights from the referees. Good lift on his second attempt. All right, we are rolling back around to the start of the round to our third squat attempts, ladies and gentlemen. If the lifters haven't already put everything into it, they will be in this round. This is the final round of squats for them. Looks like we're ready to go, and Rebecca Chambers 145, and the bar is loaded. Unfortunately couldn't stand up with it. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third squat and the heaviest they will go today in this squat. Still walks away with 142.5 for a second lift. 155 once again. Stephanie Lara. Final squat attempt for her. 155 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Stephanie. 2 successful attempts, looking very good so far. Again, unable to stand up with that one at 155. Great effort from her, and still walks away with her first 2 attempts. Best being 147.5. 155 remains on the bar now for Bree. Missing this attempt on her second. She's going to come out and get it this time, I'm sure. And the bar is loaded now for Bree at 155 for her third and final squat today. And she stood up this time. The referee's decision is good, and it's 3 white lights. Missed on the second, nailed it on the third. She walks away with 155 kilograms. Selina Wilkie now looking to extend her own junior national record here by another 2.5 kilograms, moving up to 167.5 for her third and final attempt here. These are huge weights, ladies and gentlemen. She may need a little hand on the way up. And the bar is loaded now for Selina Wilkie, 167.5 for a new junior national record attempt. Couldn't quite make it this time, unfortunately, but still 165 successful on the platform previously. Sean Rendell is next out, completing 205 previously. He's now moving to 210 kilograms for his third and final squat today. And the bar is loaded for Sean. Great fight through the middle, steadies himself at the top, and it's a good lift and 3 white lights for Sean. 3 successful squat attempts. That would look like a perfect third squat. May not have been much more in that one. Kyle now, after missing his second attempt at 235, is now coming out once again to 235 kilograms for his final squat attempt. And the bar is now loaded for Kyle at 235 kilograms. Unlucky not being able to stand up once again with 235, but still leaves with 225 for his opening attempt. Jason Clarke is next up. He's had a successful 250, successful 265, and now moving to 270 kilograms for his third squat attempt. .270 kilograms is on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Jason Clarke. This is a 3 times bodyweight squat attempt. Absolutely huge lifting, ladies and gentlemen. It looks good from here. Referee's decision is good. It's another 3 white lights. Massive squat there for him at 270 kilograms. We are now moving on to our next group, Group A. 105 kilogram men, so 120s. Not messing around today, these guys, 105 kilogram class. The first weight on the bar is 240 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen. It's massive lifting here to start with. Kaine Cullen coming out to his first squat, 240 kilos, and the bar is loaded for Kaine. Stood up, back in the rack, 2 white lights. It is a good lift. Just maybe getting done for depth on the far side there. Not able to get the hip crease below the top surface of the knee. Still a good squat. Majority rules, 3 referees on the platform, 2 white lights is a good lift, ladies and gentlemen. Next up to the platform is Jackson Myles with 242.5, and the bar is loaded. Jackson is the current junior champion, now competing in the Open Championships. Very nice looking squat from our junior champion. The 105s, junior being under 23 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out to a massive opening squat of 242.5. Moving on now to Will Phillips, 247.5. Will coming up from the 94 kilogram class, adding a few kilos of body weight. We're going to see some big lifting from these guys today in the 105s. 247.5 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Will Phillips. Will holds the total record in the 94 kilogram class, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to try and take it out in the 105s. Lots of power out of the bottom. Didn't look like a problem there. And 3 white lights, not a problem at all for Will Phillips. Just jumping up 2.5 kilograms now. David Jame competing in the 120 kilogram class today. Putting 250 kilograms on the bar. A quarter of a ton for his opening attempt. From Melbourne University Weightlifting and Powerlifting Club.
Sleeves. Are we loaded the bar? Bar loaded?
Bar is loaded for David Jame at 250 kilograms. Very clean looking squat there. Referees agree. 3 white lights it is. Bar just moving up 5 kilograms now for Michael Rand, and then moving on to 260 kilograms for Nicholai Cushing at the end. Craig Allen is next out, my apologies. 250 remains on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Craig Allen. Oh, lovely looking squat there from Craig Allen at 250. 3 white lights, not a problem. Potentially the first man today with a beard on the platform. It's great to see. We're moving up 5 kilograms now to 255 kilograms for Michael Rand. Followed by Nicholai Cushing. 255 is on the bar, and the bar is loaded from Michael Rand. Nice fast looking attempt there for his opener at 255 and 3 white lights from the referees. Nicholai Cushing, our final squatter in this round. Group, should I say. 260 kilograms going on the bar for his opening attempt here. And the bar is loaded for Nicholai.
I told you.
Oh, there's no doubt this man can squat with legs like that. 3 white lights. Great looking squat too. We'll be moving back to the top of the round here, ladies and gentlemen, for these gentlemen's second squat attempt. Spotters and loaders out there working hard. There's a lot of weights going on and off this bar. Joey's got a sweat up. Kaine Cullen is coming out to 242.5 and the bar is loaded now for him for the second squat attempt, followed by Jackson Myles and Will Phillips. A little bit harder that time, but 3 white lights nonetheless. Current junior 105 kilogram champion Jackson Myles is next out to the platform here. 257.5 and the bar is loaded for Jackson. Trying his luck in the Open National Championships now. That looked like a perfect second attempt and 3 white lights it is. Great display of lifting from Jackson Myles so far. No doubt we will see some big numbers in his bench press and deadlift. Will Phillips from Strength Sports Gym up in Brisbane, Queensland. 262.5 going on the bar for Will. And the bar is loaded at 262.5. Second squat attempt for Will. Lots of power once again out of the bottom. Good lift there and 3 white lights on his second attempt. Moving up to 267.5, David Jame, after a successful 250 kilogram opening attempt. He's now jumping 17.5 kilograms up to his second squat. moving up a weight class, I believe.
He previously 105s.
Is our 105 champion from last year. And the bar is loaded now for David Jame. The 120s is here, 267.5 kilograms for a second attempt.
Been a good eating year for everyone. Everyone's been eating this year.
Say that.
Up weight classes.
Lovely squat. Last year's 105 kilogram class champion, moving up into the 120s today. Good squat there at 267.5. We're just putting 2.5 kilograms on the bar and moving to 270 kilograms now for Michael Rand. And the bar is loaded for Michael. Very nice. And white lights it is. It's a good lift. 270 remaining on the bar now for Craig Allen. Alex Hayes now making sure the rack is in the right position. And the bar is loaded now. 270 kilograms for Craig Allen for his second squat. Got two red lights there. Looks like he got red lights and no lift there for a soft lockout, ladies and gentlemen. So at the top of the squat, the knees must be locked out completely and the hips must be through. Moving on now, 275 kilograms is going on the bar for Nicholai. And the bar is loaded now for his second squat. Very nice looking squat once again, and 3 white lights, not a problem there for Nicholai. Back to the top of the round once again. This is their third and final squat. All but one successful attempt so far. These third lifts, the lifters will be pushing the limits, ladies and gentlemen. This is their last opportunity to get the biggest weight possible on the bar. The bar is loaded now for Kaine Cullen in his final squat of the day, 252.5 kilograms. Come on, Kaine. Unfortunately, pushing the limit a little too far on that one. Does walk away with a 242.5 on his second, missing 252.5. We are jumping up now for Jackson Myles. 265 kilograms will be going on the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some t-shirts available today. If you are interested in purchasing a t-shirt, go over and see the lovely ladies over on the table. National Championships. Head referee just asking for the bar to be centered by our man Alex Hayes. And now the bar is loaded for Jackson Myles at 265 kilograms for his third and final attempt. Jackson is the current 105 kilogram junior national champion. Not quite able to make that one, unfortunately, once again. 270 will be on the bar next for Will Phillips. His first two squats have looked great. See what he can do here with 270 kilograms for his third and final squat of the day. You are here at the Powerlifting Australia National Championships, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the Melbourne Fitness Show. And the bar is loaded now for Will Phillips at 270 kilograms. He has stood up with it. He has got the rack call. And it is a good lift and 3 white lights on his final squat there. Moving up from the 94s and the previous 94 kilogram champion, I believe. Moving into the 105s. Taking it out in 2 weight classes would be great. Craig Allen is next out to the bar, and 275 kilograms is being loaded on. And the bar is loaded now for Craig. 5 red discs per side. Just faltering just out of the hole there. Red lights it is from the referees, not quite able to stand up with it. Big thanks to our sponsors today, ladies and gentlemen, the Strength Fortress for putting on this wonderful event. SBE, Alico, of course, World Powerlifting. And the bar is loaded now for David Jame at 280 kilograms. Is a massive lift, ladies and gentlemen. Third squat of the day from him. 2 successful attempts so far of 250, 267.5, and now 280 kilograms on the bar. And it looks like he's done it. There's 3 white lights. It's a good lift. David Jame also moving up a weight class this year. Last year's 105 kilogram champion. 280 remains on the bar, and the bar is loaded from Michael Rand. Also 280 on the bar for our final lifter, Nicholai. Looks like the racks were incorrect. Spotters and loaders just getting it right now. And now the bar is loaded for Michael Rand at 280 kilograms. He has stood up. He looks happy about it. And it is 3 white lights. It's a great lift at 280 kilograms there. 280 once again for the 3rd time stays on the bar. Final lifter of this round, Nicholai Cushing. Bar is loaded. It's going to be a very tight competition, ladies and gentlemen. Notice off to the right of the platform there is a clock counting down. The lifter has 1 minute, 60 seconds to commence their attempt. And that one looks good also. 3 white lights, it is good. 3 lifters now successful on 280 kilograms, and that is the end of our squats for this session. We will be moving on to bench press, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching powerlifting. This is the Australian National Championships 2018. You're at the Melbourne Fitness Show. If you don't know, powerlifting is squat, bench press, and deadlift. Athletes compete in all 3, and their highest lift in each of those goes towards a total, which will then give them the win and the chance to be the best in the country, the national champion. If you are interested in powerlifting, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing what you've seen today, you're welcome to come up to the front, speak to one of our wonderful representatives about how you can get into powerlifting. We now have 9 minutes and 15 seconds before our bench press will commence. Don't go too far away. Very good looking team of spotters and loaders today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's just 5 minutes remaining now before we kick off our bench press portion of this championship here in session number 1. Bench press is the best lift of them all, so make sure you come and get a seat. So good, however, bench press is that it has its own championship. And if anybody in a regular gym asks you how much you bench, everybody loves bench press. We have just over 2 minutes remaining now, ladies and gentlemen. If we could have our officials and spotters and loaders back to the platform. No further changes to attempts may be made. There are still a few empty chairs here at the Powerlifting Australia National Championships, ladies and gentlemen. We will be kicking off the bench press portion of the competition very shortly. 1 minute and 57 seconds to be precise. Make sure you grab yourself a t-shirt. 2018 Australian Championship t-shirt. Big thanks once again to the Strength Fortress putting on this show. Sponsors SPD, Alico, of course World Powerlifting. Referees to the platform, please. Grab a seat, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Powerlifting Australia National Championships. And the best lift of all, the bench press. Anybody who goes to a gym knows how to do a bench press. Referees to the platform, please. Our referee is just returning to the platform for this round of bench press, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce our referees once again. Chief referee today, Greta Schumacher in the front chair. Over on our right is Vicky O'Brien, and on the left, Billy Asprey. And we are ready to kick off our bench press. 65 kilograms on the bar for Stephanie Lara, and the bar is loaded now for Stephanie. Ladies and gentlemen, bench press. The lifter must have extended arms, come down, control the bar, stop motionless on the chest, and then press back to arm's length. They also need to follow the referee's commands. And 3 points of contact on the bench press, the head, the shoulders, and the bum must all be in contact with the bench press at all times, and the feet must be flat on the floor. And it goes just like that. Lovely opening attempt at 65 for Stephanie. Rebecca Chambers also at 65 kilogram opening attempt here from Paragon Strength. And the bar is now loaded for Rebecca Chambers at 65. Always has a smile on her face, Rebecca. It's great to see. Another wonderful bench press there. Nice easy opener at 65 kilograms. 77.5 is going on the bar next for Bree. Had a good squat of 155 today. Bree now coming out to 77.5 kilograms for her opening bench press attempt. And And the bar is loaded for Bree at 77.5 kilograms for her opening bench press attempt. Once again, if you're unsure about powerlifting, ladies and gentlemen, we do compete in the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. These ladies have completed their squats. Now up to the bench press. They have 3 attempts to get to the biggest weight possible. This is their first. Looked very nice at 77.5, and it is a good lift. Selina Wilkie is next out to the platform with a big jump here at 85 kilograms. This is a massive bench press for her. She broke a junior national record in the squat at 165 kilograms in the 72 kilogram class. She's now coming out to a massive 85 kilogram bench press. And the bar is loaded now for Selina at 85 kilograms. Just giving our spotter some instructions on the handout. Alex Hayes experienced at this. The bar is back in the rack. Referee's decision is good. 2 white lights is good. Still red on one side there.
Oh, is that 4?
Just looked like her bum may have lifted off the bench a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. You must maintain contact on the bench with your head, your shoulders, and your bum. Just the side referee there, Billy, seeing a little bit of daylight. Moving on now to our men for this round. 140 kilograms is going on the bar for Sean, and the bar is loaded. Sean ending with a successful 210 kilogram squat. Now trying to add 140 kilograms with the bench press. Very nice controlled bench press, and 3 white lights it is. Successful 140. We're just putting 5 kilograms on the bar now, moving up to 145 for Jason Clarke. Jason out with a massive squat of 270 kilograms today. Coming out now and starting his bench press campaign at 145, and the bar is loaded for Jason. It's back in the rack. 2 white lights there. Supposed to be white. Got a mistake on the button there. That was 3 white lights and a good lift there for Jason Clarke. We're now moving to Kyle. Finishing on a 225 kilogram squat. Got a bit unlucky on the squat today. He's now coming out to 160 kilogram bench press on his opening attempt here. And the bar is loaded for Kyle at 160 kilograms. That looked like a great bench press, and it is 3 white lights and a good lift. And we will be cycling back around to the top for our bench press number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Powerlifting Australia 2018 Australian Championships here at the Melbourne Fitness Show. Powerlifting is the sport of the squat, the bench press and the deadlift. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about powerlifting, you can see our wonderful meet director here, JP Clarke from the Strength Fortress. He can tell you anything you need to know about powerlifting and how you can get into it. It's a wonderful sport. We are back to the top of the round now, and Stephanie Lara, after a successful 65 kilogram bench press attempt, will be coming out to a 70 kilogram now. Just a 5 kilogram increase. And the bar is loaded for Stephanie.
How hot is it?
Back in the rack, referee's decision is good lift. 3 white lights for Stephanie. Bar remains at 70 kilograms now for Rebecca Chambers. Both ladies, Stephanie and Rebecca, coming out of Paragon Strength. And the bar is loaded now for Rebecca at 70 kilograms. And it looked good, and it is good. It's a good lift there. Successful attempt at 70 kilograms. Jumping up now 12.5 kilograms for Bree at 82.5. Had a successful attempt at 77.5 previously, moving up 5 kilograms from her first now. Keep in mind, these ladies are in the 72 kilogram weight class, ladies and gentlemen, which means they're under 72 kilograms. And this bench press is more than body weight for Bree. Considerable amount more, in fact. And the bar is loaded for Bree at 82.5 kilograms. Unable to press it out to arm's length this time, unfortunately missing 82.5 there. Bree has a successful opening at 77.5. Will no doubt come out and once again attempt 82.5 for a third. Moving on to Selina Wilkie. She had a great start at 85 kilograms. Moving up to 90 kilograms for a second bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded now for Selina at 90 kilograms. Again, not being able to press that off the chest this time. 90 kilogram miss there. Still a successful 85 kilograms on the bar from her first attempt. Moving up 7.5 kilograms from his first attempt of 140, now coming out to 147.5 kilograms is Sean Rendell. And the bar is loaded now for Sean for his second bench press attempt of the day. For training in a regular gym, 147 would look around 3 plates per side with a little bit of change. Come on, Sean. Doesn't look like it's there today, unfortunately, for Sean at 147.5. Still has one opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. We do get 3 attempts to get to the biggest weight possible here. And this is the second attempt now for Jason Clarke at 152.5. And the bar is loaded for Jason. Had a huge squat earlier of 270, trying to add 152.5 to the total now. Another great looking press from Jason. 3 white lights it is. He's having a wonderful competition so far. Has one more attempt coming up on the bench press in the next round. In the meantime, we have Kyle at 165 kilograms. He opened on 160, successful attempt at 160, now moving to 165 for his second bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded for Kyle. Very strong looking second bench press there at 165 kilograms. We are once again moving to our third attempt now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final attempt for these competitors to reach the biggest weight possible in their bench press. They are competing in the squat, the bench press and the deadlift today. And the highest attempt goes towards their total. Athletes will win in their weight class based on their total for the day.
Mind blown.
Once again, there are some t-shirts from the Australian Championships available, ladies and gentlemen, to purchase. You can go over to the table there. There are limited sizes available, so get in quick. This is bench press number 3, and the bar is loaded for Stephanie Lara at 72.5 kilograms. Successful 2 attempts so far at 65 and then 70, and now 72.5 kilograms is on the bar for her third and final lift. Stephanie choosing to unrack herself. Well, it's back in the rack, and the referee's decision is good, and it's 3 white lights, and she has 3 out of 3 bench presses with that successful attempt at 72.5. 72.5 remains on the bar now. Matching lift for lift here so far is Rebecca Chambers. Both ladies from Paragon Strength, both with 65, 70 kilo successful attempts, and Stephanie now with a 72.5. Rebecca Chambers also now for 72.5 kilograms, and the bar is loaded. And that looks good as well. 72.5 is a good lift. Both of these first ladies today, 65, 70, 72.5 successful attempts. Moving back now to Bree. Unfortunately missing her second attempt at 82.5, and she will be coming out to reattempt that number as soon as our wonderful spotters and loaders are done loading the bar. Wearing our wonderful sponsored shirts today, SPD Apparel. The bar is loaded for Bree for her final bench press attempt at 82.5. It's not there today for Bree, unfortunately. Still a successful 77.5 on the board for her. Also missing her second attempt here is Selina Wilkie. Missing 90 kilograms on the second, is coming out once again to attempt 90 kilograms on her third and final bench press of this competition. And the bar is loaded now for Selina. Have a great day on squats, finishing up with 165 and a junior national record in the squat. Trying once again to add 90 kilograms here in the bench press. Not quite there, unfortunately for Selina. Still successful 85 on the board. We'll be moving through to deadlifts after this. Sean also missing his second. Once again reattempting 147.5 kilograms.
Yeah, you're good. No, thank you.
And the bar is loaded for Sean. Third and final bench press attempt for him at 147.5 kilograms. Only narrowly missed his second attempt. Sure he can get it here on the third. He's locked it out, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great fight. And it's unfortunately 2 red lights. Referees giving reds for Looks like his buttocks came off the pad, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great press, but you must maintain contact with your head, your shoulders, and your bum on the pad at all times. Unfortunately, lifting the bum a little bit there. Moving right along now, Jason Clarke, and the bar is loaded at 155 kilograms. He's had 2 successful attempts so far and just jumping 2.5 kilograms now to 155 for his third and final bench press. It looks good from where I'm standing, and it is a good lift, and 3 white lights from the referees. Final bench presser of this group, Kyle Raggio, 170 kilograms. He's had 2 successful bench press attempts already at 160 and 165, jumping up another 5 kilograms now to 170 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Kyle. Very nice looking bench press. It is a good lift. 2 white lights there. 1 red on the side. Once again, the bum may have come off the pad. That is a good lift. May have been unlucky on the squat there, but he has come back. Had a great time on the bench press. We are now moving into our second group of bench press for the day. And our first lifter to the platform, David Jame, followed by Michael Rand, Nicholai Cushing. 137.5 kilograms is the first number on the bar, and the bar is loaded for David. No, it's not loaded. The bar is not loaded. Now the bar is loaded for David. Last year's 105 kilogram class national champion. Trying his luck this year in the 120 kilogram class. An opening bench press now, 137.5. Oh, very nice, easy opener there for David. 3 white lights and not a problem. I imagine we'll see some big numbers from him coming up shortly. Bar jumping up now to 155 kilograms from Michael Rand. Michael hitting an impressive 280 kilogram squat. He's now opening his bench press campaign on 155, and the bar is loaded. Giving our spotter some instructions for the handout. Oh, very fast bench press opener there for Michael. 3 white lights, not a problem. Jumping up 10 kilograms on the bar now for Nicholai, also squatting 280 kilograms today. Coming out, attempting to add 165 kilograms with his first bench press of the day. And the bar is loaded now for Nicholai Cushing, 165 kilograms. It's back in the rack, and it's a good lift and 3 white lights there for Nicholai. Moving on now to our current junior 105 kilogram champion, Jackson Myles, attempting a 170 kilogram bench press on his opening attempt here at the 2018 Australian Championships. And the bar is loaded for Jackson Myles at 170 kilograms.
Happy with that wipe down? Or do you want more wipe down? I don't know. Good. Strong.
Very strong looking bench. Not a problem at all, and 3 white lights there. Just jumping 5 kilograms on the bar now for Craig Allen. Jumping up to 175 kilograms. Three red discs per side, ladies and gentlemen, 175, and the bar is loaded for Craig Allen. Unable to press it out there. Chief referee Greta just getting our lifter on grip width, ladies and gentlemen. There is a set of rings on the bar which are 81 centimeters apart. Those rings must be covered by the fingers or inside. Unfortunately there, the rings were a little bit visible. Had to bring his hands in and subsequently missed the lift. He will be back out for 175 in the next round of bench press. But we have 180 kilograms going on the bar now for Kaine Cullen. The bar is loaded now for Kaine at 180 kilograms. For all the gymdos out there, this is 4 plates a side. This is big lifting, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, there's also an opening attempt. Has 2 more chances after this. 180 kilograms. it is successful. Just one red in the middle from our chief referee. Feet may not have been flat on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. We have to have our feet completely flat on the floor for the entirety of the lift, as well as our bum, shoulders and head all remaining in contact with the pad. We are now up to Will Phillips at 187.5 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Will. This is a huge opening attempt, ladies and gentlemen. Will moving up. He is last year's 94 kilogram Australian champion, now moving to the 105 kilogram class. Had a successful squat attempt of 270 earlier. And he made that look very easy. 2 red lights though, unfortunately. That is an unsuccessful attempt. Looks like the bum may have come off the pad. So just reiterating, we must keep 3 points of contact on the pad at all times, ladies and gentlemen. The head, the shoulders and the buttocks must remain in contact with the pad. Both side referees seeing the bum lifting in that instance. We are back to the top of the round now, and back to David Jame, and 145 kilograms on the bar for his second bench press attempt, and the bar is loaded. Very nice, smooth, clean bench press and 3 white lights it is. Experienced lifter David Jame, and last year's 105 kilogram national champion. We are moving on now. Michael Rand coming out. He had a successful 155 kilogram first attempt. He will now come out and jump 10 kilograms to 165. And the bar is loaded for Michael. Second bench press. First one looked nice and easy. And it's a good lift from Michael Rand there at 165. 175 now going on the bar for Nicholai from Strength Sports Gym up in Brisbane, Queensland. Second bench press attempt for Nicholai. He'll be followed by Craig Allen and Jackson Myles. The bar is loaded now for Nicholai at 175 kilograms. Unlucky just not being able to press that one out this time. Missing 175 there. He does have another opportunity coming up in the third round of bench press, ladies and gentlemen, but we are staying at 175 now for Craig Allen. And the bar is loaded for Craig, just having an issue with his grip, just being a little bit too wide on the first bench press. See if he can come out and get 175 this time. And he's done it easy this time. It's 3 white lights. It's a good lift for him there, and he has got 175 on the board. Jackson Myles now, very nice looking 170 to start with. He's now coming out to 180 kilograms. Jackson Myles is the current junior champion in this weight class. He's coming out now in the opens. And the bar is loaded with Jackson at 180 kilograms. Very nice attempt at 180 there. 3 white lights. It's a great lift from Jackson. 187.5 kilograms now for Kaine Cullen. Successful 180. Seeing if he can add another 7.5 kilograms to his bench press here in the second attempt. And the bar is loaded for Kaine Cullen.
All right, I'll get out of your way.
It's moving. It's still moving. It's locked out. Referee's decision is good. It's 3 white lights. Another good lift for him. Will Phillips, unfortunately missing his first attempt at 187.5 due to the bum coming off the pad, has chosen to increase his attempt here now to 197.5. This is very nearly double body weight bench press for him. He's just a fraction over 100 kilos today. And the bar is loaded now for Will Phillips at 197.5. And once again, red lights by both side referees. Again, the bum lifting off the pad there. Unfortunately for Will, he's got plenty of strength and power in his bench press. But we must abide by the rules, ladies and gentlemen, here, and the bum has to stay in contact with the pad. He has one more opportunity to get a good lift on the board. Stay in the competition. Back to the top of the round now, and back to David Jame. Final bench press attempt of 150 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for David. Third and final bench press. Hopefully this time adding 150 to his squat of 280 kilograms. He has pressed it out, and the referee's decision is good, and it's 3 white lights and 3 successful attempts on bench press there for David. Showing his experience on the platform. All very nice attempts. I believe 3 successful attempts in squat and also 3 successful attempts in bench press so far. Michael Rand is next out to the platform at 175, and the bar is loaded for Michael. It looks good from where I am, and it is good, and 3 white lights given by the referees today. Also, all successful attempts so far for Michael, and finishing on 175 there, following his 280 kilogram squat earlier. Craig Allen is, not Craig, Nicholai is next out to the platform at 175 also, and the bar is loaded for Nicholai. Nicholai also squatting 280 earlier. Very close competition between Michael and Nicholai so far. Unfortunately, once again, not being able to press that out. Finishing with a 165 in his opening attempt. Nonetheless, will continue into deadlifts and just 5 kilograms off the lead currently. Craig Allen is next out to 185 kilograms. The bar is loaded for Craig.
In there, mate.
Yeah, well, I'll record the 190.
He has pressed it out to arm's length, and it is a good lift, and 3 white lights there, taking him to a subtotal of 435 kilograms. Jackson Myles now, the young man. Successful 170, successful 180, now 187.5 is going on the bar for his 3rd and final bench press attempt of this competition. And the bar is loaded for Jackson Myles. This is huge bench pressing, ladies and gentlemen. Very smooth bench press, and it is 3 white lights for him. Great stuff from the young man, Jackson Myles, today. Adding 187.5 to his 257.5 squat for 445 kilogram subtotal, moving into deadlifts.
Sorry, mate.
2.5 more kilograms on the bar now, and 190 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Kaine Cullen at 190 kilograms. Not this time, unfortunately, for Kaine, but still a very healthy 187.5 on the board for him. Final lifter now of this group and final bench press of this session. 197.5 kilograms is once again on the bar for Will Phillips. He needs this bench press to stay in the competition, ladies and gentlemen. He may need a little hand from you guys. And the bar is loaded now for Will Phillips at 197.5 kilograms. He may have done it this time, ladies and gentlemen. He has his 3 white lights. It's a good lift, and he's staying in the competition. Successful attempt there at 197.5, and the biggest bench press we've seen today. Great stuff from Will. That is the completion of our bench press for this first session today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here at the 2018 Australian Championships. You are here at the Melbourne Fitness Show. If you are interested in getting into powerlifting, ladies and gentlemen, please come up to the front and have a chat to one of the guys. We're more than happy to help you out getting into this sport. Thanks again to JP Clarke for organising this wonderful event from the Strength Fortress here in Melbourne. To Powerlifting Australia and World Powerlifting. Also our major sponsors, SPD and Alico. If you would like to grab a t-shirt, there's not too many left now, so please make sure you get your hands on one of those t-shirts today, ladies and gentlemen. Go and see the wonderful crew over at the desk. Over to the right of the platform. We have just over 9 minutes remaining before the deadlifts begin, and deadlifts are the most exciting part of the powerlifting competition, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the competition gets tight. Competitions are won and lost in the deadlifts, so stick around. Also a reminder to everybody that the banquet is on tonight at the Breslin Bar and Grill. Make sure you come along to that. We'll be doing the presentations tonight. 7 p.m. tonight, Breslin Bar and Grill. Make sure you come along to the banquet. We'll be doing the awards ceremony there. Wonderful spotting and loading team will now be removing the rack from the platform and getting ready for our deadlift event, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final lift for these lifters. They have completed the squat and the bench press, and now their final lift of the day will be the deadlift. It's the most exciting part of a powerlifting competition. If you have a chair, make sure you keep it, because it won't be empty for long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2018 Australian Championships here. You are watching the Powerlifting National Championships. We are just about to kick off the most exciting part of the event, the deadlifts here in session number 1. We can have all our wonderful officials back to the platform, please. Just have now 60 seconds before lifting begins. And our referees joining us on the platform once again in the chief chair at the front, Greta Schumacher. On the right side is Vicky O'Brien and Billy Asprey. On the left, we are very nearly kicking off the deadlift portion of this competition. They have completed their squat and their bench press, and now the athletes will compete in the deadlift to form a total, which is the best lift of each discipline, to become the new national champion of Australia. The bar is now at 162.5 kilograms. And our first lifter to the platform will be Bree. And the bar is loaded now for Bree Wyatt at 162.5 kilograms. Adding to a subtotal of 232.5 after the squat and bench press. Should be looking to add 162.5 on the deadlift. Very nice looking first attempt there for Bree, and 3 white lights, taking her current total to 395 kilograms. She'll be looking to add to that over the next 2 deadlift attempts. The bar is staying at 162.5 for Rebecca Chambers. And the bar is loaded for Rebecca Chambers at 162.5 kilograms. The bar is back on the floor, and it's 3 white lights. Rebecca choosing a sumo stance deadlift. You can do a conventional stance where your feet are close and the hands on the outside, or you can choose to do a sumo where your feet are on the outside and a wide foot stance and your hands are on the inside. Both are acceptable in competition here for powerlifting. 175 now going on the bar for Selina Wilkie. She's having a cracker of a day so far. Ended up with a junior national record in the squat. It's now coming out and opening on 175, and the bar is loaded for Selina Wilkie. And I've just been notified this is a junior total record attempt, ladies and gentlemen, so give her a round of applause. A little bit of a wobble at the top there, and unfortunately given red lights by the referees, and all 3 agree. When we're lifting, ladies and gentlemen, there can be no downward movement of the bar after the bar has started. rising, and unfortunately just at the top, a little bit of a wobble. Saw the bar go down. She's received red lights from the referees on that first attempt. No doubt she will come back and get that on the next. 177.5 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Stephanie Lara. A great deadlift from our 72 kilogram class ladies today. Three white lights, it's a good lift. Jumping now into our men's division in the 77 kilogram class and with a subtotal of 350. Looking to increase that by 230 with his opening deadlift here. Sean Rendell is next out to the platform. And the bar is loaded for Sean at 230 kilograms. The bar is back on the floor and there's three white lights by the referees there in his opening attempt at 230. Jumping up 30 kilograms now. The bar will be moving to 260 kilograms for Kyle Raggio. Sitting on 395 a subtotal currently. I'm Australian, I'm sorry. And the bar is loaded now for Kyle. 260 opening deadlift attempt. It's back on the platform and it's three white lights for Kyle in his opening attempt. The bar jumping up once again quite considerably now for Jason Clarke, and 290 kilograms going on for an opening attempt. That is an unbelievable opening attempt, ladies and gentlemen, here. Jason just sitting at 89.1 kilograms body weight, attempting a 290 kilogram opening deadlift attempt. And that bar is definitely bending at 290 kilograms. The bar is loaded for Jason Clarke now with the opening attempt at 290 kilograms.
They went to 1720.
That is about as good as a deadlift gets, ladies and gentlemen, and that is three white lights and a huge lift, making 290 look very easy there. Unbelievable stuff from Jason. Currently sitting on 715 kilogram total. Back to the top of the round. Back to Bree at 170 kilograms.
For the win. Okay, can you write that down? His second attempt will be for the win. His second attempt will be for the win. Write all that down.
170 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Bree at 170. Came out to a successful 162.5. Will now be attempting 170 kilograms here. on her second deadlift attempt. Taking a total over 400 kilograms now if she gets this attempt. And it looked good, and it is good. It's 3 white lights for her. Taking her total to 402.5. Rebecca Chambers will be next out to 175 kilograms and 3 red discs aside on the bar. And the bar is loaded. The bar is back on the floor, and it is a good lift from the referees there with 3 white lights for Rebecca Chambers. Moving on to our next lifter in line, Selina Wilkie. She had a missed attempt at 175 earlier. A little bit of a dip on the bar at the top, just a little bit unbalanced. Has chosen now to jump to 180 kilograms for her second attempt. And the bar is loaded for Selina Wilkie. This is another junior total record attempt. And we'll put her in second place here with this lift. No mistakes on that one, and the referees agree, and it's 3 white lights shooting her into second position here in this National Championships. Stephanie Lara is next out to the platform with a huge 192.5 kilograms. This is a junior national deadlift record attempt here in the 72 kilogram class. And the bar is loaded now for Stephanie Lara. Stephanie owns this record currently, but this is 2.5 kilos more than her previous record. It is back on the floor, and it's 3 white lights and a good lift for her. That is a new junior deadlift record, ladies and gentlemen, in the 72 kilogram class with Stephanie Lara. Amazing lifting going on here at the 2018 Australian Championships. And the bar is loaded now for Sean Rendell at 235 kilograms. It's been given the down signal, and the referees all agree that that is a good lift also at 235, just adding another 5 kilograms to his total there to take it up to 585. Jumping 10 kilograms now from his first attempt of 260 is Kyle coming out to the platform at 270 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Kyle at 270. He has stood up with it. Is back on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3 white lights again for Kyle. Jason Clarke now coming out to a massive 315 kilogram second deadlift attempt, ladies and gentlemen. We had a number of lifters in the 94 kilogram class compete last night. This lift, however, will take Jason Clarke into first position and the gold medal. The championship will be his if this lift is successful at 315 kilograms. Jason Clarke, your bar is loaded. Come on, Jason. This is huge lifting, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Come on. Unlucky not there this time. He still has one final attempt, ladies and gentlemen, to take the championship here. And no doubt he will come out once again and try that 315 kilograms for the win in the 94 kilogram class. We will go back to the top of the round now for our third and final deadlifts for these athletes, ladies and gentlemen. This is their final lift in the competition, and this is the lift that could very well decide the winner of the competition. Please scream and cheer as loud as you need to do to get these lifters through their final deadlift. We're just going to get this bar cleaned up, scrub some of the chalk out of the knurling to give these athletes the best chance possible to grip onto this bar. These weights are getting very heavy. The bar is now loaded for Bree-Danielle Wyatt at 177.5 kilograms and her third and final deadlift of the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Come on, Bree. The bar is back on the floor. The referee's decision is good. It's 2 white lights. Just 1 red light in the middle there. Head referee saw something. Maybe a bit of downward movement of the bar. Good lift regardless for Bree at 175 and taking her total to 410 kilograms. The bar is now loaded at 180 kilograms for Rebecca Chambers. She has stayed with it. What was the referee's decision? Red lights unfortunately look like she just lost her grip before the down signal there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the bar cannot move down until the head referee has given them the down signal, and also the athletes must remain in control of the barbell until it is back on the floor. Just losing her grip in the last minute there. Unfortunate. Selina Wilkie coming out to a 185 kilogram deadlift. Again, extending her total record, I believe. And the bar is loaded for Selina at 185 kilograms in her third and final deadlift of the competition. This deadlift will be for the win also. Come on, Selina. It It looked good from where I am. The referees agree it's 3 white lights for her. She is now sitting in the number 1 position, ladies and gentlemen, here in the 72 kilogram class. With 1 lifter remaining. 215 kilograms going on the bar. Am I reading that correctly? Does that say 215 kilograms? Wow. That is a big jump. We're having a change here. Now move to 200 kilograms on the bar. Spotters and loaders changing the plates. Lifters have an opportunity to change their last deadlift attempt, ladies and gentlemen, before the bar is loaded call. She has decided to change down to 200 kilograms now for a 3rd deadlift. Once again, extending, well, an opportunity to extend her junior record here in the deadlifts in the 72 kilogram class. And the bar is now loaded for Stephanie Lara, 200 kilograms, 3rd and final deadlift. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge lift for her. Big scream at the top there. It's 3 white lights. Very happy about that one. Stephanie Lara, 200 kilogram deadlift. That's massive lifting here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Powerlifting Australia National Championships. Being a good sport and shaking the referee's hands. Awesome lifting there from Stephanie. Sean Rendell is next to the platform at 245 for his 3rd and final deadlift of the competition. Successful 235 so far, and the bar is loaded for Sean now. He has stood up with it, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a good lift. Great lifting from Sean, ending on a 595 kilogram total there in the 77 kilogram male class. Moving on now to Kyle. Jumping 7.5 kilograms from his 2nd attempt of 270. He'll now have 277.5 kilograms on the bar for his 3rd and final deadlift of the day. And the bar is loaded for Kyle. Final deadlift, 277.5 kilograms. He has stood up with it, and the referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights for Kyle, taking his total up to 672.5 in 5th place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jason is going to need some real big support here. This is for the win in the 94 kilogram class. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, there is 315 kilograms on the barbell. That is just almost unbelievable. 315. This is the final deadlift of this round, ladies and gentlemen, and a chance for the new national champion of Australia in the 94 kilogram class. This is a huge lift, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together. The bar is loaded for Jason Clarke, 315 kilograms. 3.5 times body weight on the barbell. Come on, Jason, let's go. Let's go, come on, people. Let's go, Jace, come on, Boop. Not quite there this time, unfortunately. Still a great crack at the win there. This is the championships, ladies and gentlemen. You have to go for the win if you got the chance. Massive lifting there regardless. Finishing off with a 715 kilogram total is great stuff from Jason. We are now moving into our second group, Group A. And our final deadlifts of this session. There is another session today, ladies and gentlemen. We have lifting going all day today. The next session does start at 1:30. We'll see some big lifting there. We have some heavyweight lifters coming out. Just getting the bar prepared for our next group of lifters. And David Jame will be first to the platform with 260. Having a perfect day so far. Opening now on 260 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for David Jame from Melbourne University. Nice fast opening attempt there and 3 white lights for David. He's not a stranger to the platform. He's done this a few times before in his last year's reigning champion in the 105 kilogram class. This year in the 120s. Kaine Cullen is next out to the platform for 270 kilograms on his opening attempt here. Adding to his subtotal of 430. And the bar is loaded now for Kaine Cullen. Very nice, easy looking attempt there, and 3 white lights at 270, and the bar will remain at 270 now for Craig Allen. Very close, these two. And the bar is loaded for Craig at 270 kilograms. And it is 3 white lights for him also on his opening attempt, making light work of 270 kilograms. Jackson Myles will be next up. Current junior national champion in the 105s, trying his luck now in the open weight division at 272.5, and the bar is loaded for Jackson Myles.
Nicholai Cushing is going to try for the deadlift record. 7.5 kilos under the deadlift record.
Very nice, clean-looking deadlift there, and 3 white lights it is for Jackson Myles. Jackson is a junior, ladies and gentlemen, competing in the Open Championships. Junior being under 23 years of age, so he's a very strong young man. 280 kilograms is next on the bar from Michael Rand. 455 kilograms subtotal so far for him. He is now starting his deadlift campaign at 280 kilograms. These guys are not messing around. And the bar is loaded now from Michael Rand at 280 kilograms. Very impressive lifting so far from Michael. See what he can do here on deadlifts. Well, that didn't look very hard at all. 3 white lights, it's a good lift at 280 from Michael. Taking him into first position in the 105 kilogram class for that lift. Will Phillips still to come. Opening on a massive 295 kilograms. Had a rough time on his bench press. And the bar is now loaded for his deadlift at 295 kilograms. This is Will's first time in the 105s. Previous champion in the 94. Very, very easy looking opening attempt there for Will. And 3 white lights at 295, and that's taken him into first position now in the 105 kilogram class.
This is 7.5 kilos.
315 kilograms is on the bar for an opening attempt here for Nicholai Cushing. This is unbelievable weights. It's just 7.5 kilograms under the current deadlift record. 315 is on the bar, and that bar is bending seriously now with that much weight. And the bar is loaded from Nicholai Cushing at 315 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for this man. We are yet to see this weight be locked out today. I imagine it's going to happen right now. It is back on the floor, reasonably effortless, and 3 white lights there, 315 kilograms. That's unbelievable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine he might have a crack at the record. It's just 7.5 kilograms away on his first attempt. We are, however, moving back to the top of the round and back to Craig Allen, and he's coming out to have a go at 280 kilograms. Had a successful 270 kilograms on his first attempt, and now 280. Alex Hayes just going to take this bar back and give it a bit of a clean up before the start of the next round and before Craig Allen comes out to 280 kilograms. Spotters and loaders doing a wonderful job today. It's hard work out there, ladies and gentlemen. And the bar is loaded now for Craig Allen at 280 kilograms. Here he comes. The bar is on the floor and it is 2 white lights. That is a good lift. Majority rules here on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 referees. The lifter only needs 2 white lights to get a successful lift. 287 now will be going onto the bar for Kaine Cullen. He had a successful 270 kilograms. Adding 17.5 now for his second attempt at 287.5. And the bar is loaded for Kaine. He has been given the down command by the head referee, and it is a good lift and 3 white lights now for him. Our wonderful spotters and loaders just adding 2.5 kilograms now for David Jame, and jumping from 260 to 290 for a second attempt here. The bar is loaded for David Jame, 290 kilograms, a big jump from the first. And it looked nice too, and it is 3 white lights for good lift for David. Once again, very experienced lifter. Previous national champion in the 105 kilogram class, and now looks to be the national champion in the 120s also. The young man now, Jackson Myles, is coming out to a huge 295 kilogram deadlift attempt, and the bar is loaded for Jackson at 295. Current junior Australian champion here. Second deadlift attempt of 295. That looked like a good lift, and it is a good lift, and 3 white lights from the referees, all agreeing that that was a sensational deadlift at 295. And the bar will be moving now to a nice round 300 kilograms from Michael Rand. Had a successful 280 opener. He's coming out to 300 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now from Michael. And just like that, 300 kilos is up and down, and it's 3 white lights. And a good lift for him, Michael Rand, taking him into 3rd position in the 105s today. 2 more lifters to come out for their second attempt deadlift. These 2 men are in 1st and 2nd position. Will Phillips leading just by 2.5 kilograms after the first deadlift. He will now come out to attempt 310 kilograms on his second, and both men from Strength Sports Gym battling it out for the win. Just going to get this bar cleaned up, give him every opportunity to hold on to the bar. 310 kilograms is immense weight, ladies and gentlemen. It's very hard to imagine how heavy it is, because most of us couldn't possibly pick it up. And And the bar is loaded now for Will Phillips at 310 kilograms for his second and to hold on to first position. The referee's decision is 2 white lights. It is a good lift. Just 1 red in the middle there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge lift now. Nicholai Cushing will be moving to 335 kilograms, which is 12.5 kilograms over the current deadlift record held by Hung Fan. So he will be just shy of the total record, just 6 kilograms under the record if he gets this lift, but will also be taking the deadlift record by 12.5 kilograms here. And the bar is loaded now for Nicholai Cushing at 335 kilograms. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. This is a massive attempt. This will be the biggest weight lifted by a man under 105 kilograms. Let's go. Come on, people. Let's. Wow, that looked good. It is good. 3 white lights for him. New deadlift record, 12.5 kilograms. There's no chipping that one. That also takes him into the #1 spot in the 105 kilogram class. Amazing lifting there. Both men in the top 2 are from Strength Sports Gym. Unbelievable lifting here. The third deadlifts are going to get very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Will Phillips putting in 320. Nicholai still hasn't made it. All right, we are moving back to the third round of deadlifts, and the third and final deadlift for these gentlemen. The bar is loaded now for Craig Allen at 285 kilograms. 2 successful deadlifts so far. Come on, Craig. Get up! Not quite there this time, unfortunately. These gentlemen are pushing it to the limits. This is the third deadlift, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final lift of the day for these guys, and they are trying to get the biggest weight possible on the bar. They are pushing the absolute limits. And we are now at 300 kilograms. We now have 6 attempts at 300 plus coming up. This is huge lifting, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable stuff here. And the bar is loaded for Kaine Cullen at 300 kilograms. Come on, Kaine. Get up! Not quite there this time, unfortunately. Good sportsmanship there, thanking the referees for their time. Spotters and loaders also deserve a huge thank you. Loading some massive weights on and off this bar today. David Jame now jumping up to 307.5 kilograms. If he gets this lift, it'll be a perfect meet for him, and 9 out of 9. He will be, or is already, the current champion in the 120 kilogram class. And the bar is loaded for David Jame at 307.5. Final deadlift of the day. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Very controlled back to the platform. It's 3 white lights. Amazing lifting from David Jame today, finishing on a 737.5 kilogram total and first place in the 120 kilogram class. The bar remains at 307.5 now for Jackson Myles. The young man coming out to 307.5 for his third and final deadlift attempt of the day. And the bar is loaded for Jackson now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. It's back on the floor. Referee's decision is good. It's a good lift. He's done it. Successful attempt there at 307.5, taking into a 752.5 kilogram total for the day in what looks to be fourth place in the 105 kilogram division. Michael Rand will be next up for his third and final deadlift, and 315 kilograms is going on the bar. He's currently sitting in third position. He looks to stay there. 315 kilograms. These are our final 3 lifters of this session, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together and your loudest cheers on for these guys. They're going to need some help here. 315 kilos. The bar is loaded from Michael Rand. Come on, Michael, let's go. Get up. He held onto it for a little bit extra time just to make sure the referees knew about it, and it's great lift and 3 white lights there for him. Secures him the third position and the bronze medal here in the 105 kilogram class. Our final 2 lifters battling it out for first place now. The first out to the platform will be Will Phillips, and 315 kilograms will remain on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Will Phillips. This is for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. This will take him into the first position here. He stood up, he's got a fist pump, and it's 3 white lights. It's a good lift, moving him to first position now, putting all of the pressure on Nicholai Cushing here in his third and final deadlift. He has chosen to go 342.5 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen. This is to extend the deadlift record. Also, to take the total record in the 105 kilogram class. This is a huge lift, ladies and gentlemen. It is tremendous weight. We need to give him every single bit of attention that you have. All the claps and cheers. This is 342.5 kilograms on the bar. And the bar is loaded now for Nicholai Cushing for the win in the 105s. for the total record, for the deadlift record, 342.5. Let's go, people. Come on, give him a hand. Get up. Come on. He looks to have done it. It's white lights. It's a good left. There is your new national champion for 2018, ladies and gentlemen, in the 105 kilogram class, Nicholai Cushing, breaking the deadlift record, breaking the total record, and taking out first position in the 105s today. That is exciting stuff, and great lifting from these guys. It came down to the wire, came down to the final deadlift. Awesome stuff. We will be having a short recess now, ladies and gentlemen. We do have lots more lifting coming up. We have a session number 2 starting at 1:30. The super heavyweights to take to the platform. Stick around, grab yourselves a t-shirt. We have the National Championship t-shirts available on the desk. Over to the right of the platform, the wonderful ladies over there selling them all day long. Thanks very much to our meet director, JP Clarke, from the Strength Fortress, for organising such a wonderful event today. There is lots more lifting to come, ladies and gentlemen, so please stick around.